What's up, guys? This is your girl Shay. Welcome to Nail Tales. I just started a video like maybe 10 minutes ago, and I'm talking and everything, and I'm getting the video going. I don't know how to edit to see if I could like merge the two, but I was like, you know what? Let me refer back to those 20 topics that I wrote about. So I'll give you a topic for today. The topic for today is about people saying they're old. Why are people saying they're old? This is insane. By the way, you can guess how old I am. Comment below. No one that knows me is allowed to cheat. If you know me and you know my age already, do not participate. You're not allowed to participate. But that's my topic for today. People saying they're old. That is crazy. It kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. And it kind of just makes me wanna, I don't know. If I could be an advocate to anybody in this earth, 30s are not old, 40s are not old, 50s are definitely not old. So I'm gonna put it in perspective. That's like saying, if I told you, hey, my uncle died, he was 53 years old. Would you say, wow, he was old? No, you wouldn't. No one walking the face of this earth would ever say, oh wow, he lived to be old, he was old. No, young. 50s are young. If y'all were to meet, I'm stopping at this light. If y'all were to meet like my family, there was a client that came in one day and she was like, this is how she started her story. She was like, oh my God, remember when we were younger and we thought like our mothers and our aunts and uncles were old? I'm like, no, I never lived that. I have some of the best. Shout out to my cousins, aunts, uncles, the best aunts and uncles anybody could have. They might have their flaws. They might have done dirt. They might have not been the greatest of people at a certain point, but that's everybody. Everybody got a little dirt. Everybody got a little skeleton in the closet. My aunts and uncles are some of the coolest. We had big celebrations. We had big parties. Oh my God, one of my aunts had a pool. We used to have pool parties. Not the hugest pool you ever seen in your life, but it was a pool. It was a really nice back deck pool. And we used to have celebrations and parties, and those were definitely the days. You know what I mean? My cousins were super cool. I remember my cousins used to give me hand-me-downs. And I know I'm stemming from the subject that I want to talk about, but my cousins, my older cousins, used to give me their hand-me-downs, and they were almost brand new, and they used to, you know, shop big malls and everything. And I'm like, sure, give it. I used to love getting bags and, you know, dressing nice and getting my cousins stuff. But anyways, my cousins were the coolest. I hung with my older cousins all the time. And shout out to my family. I haven't seen my family. But anyways, the topic is people saying they're old. I get so many clients and they look it. Don't mind my nails. I need to do my nails. Look at this. I need to do my nails when I get to work. But usually American women, usually white American women, they're always saying they're old. I'm old. And sometimes I ask, I'm like, well, how old are you? Well, you know, you're saying you're old. How old are you? And they're like, oh, I'm 30. I'm 31. And I'm like, how is that old? How? Can anybody explain to me? Comment below and let me know how 30 years old, tell me how 40 years old is old. I want to know. Let's talk. Let's get the commenting. That's one of the topics. Nail Tales. Welcome to Nail Tales. I forgot to say, I don't know if I can merge the other video with this one. But the other video, I got stuck. I was like, I have so many topics, I don't know what to talk about. But you tell me, comment below, how are you old? How are people saying that they're old at 30s, 40s, even 50s? I'm young. I'm young, honey. I'm young. 80's old. And when I turn 80, one of my cousins like, when you turn 80, you're gonna say you're older. I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not. My grandmother lived in this earth till she was in her 90s. she was catching the bus. She was a city girl. She lived on her own before she passed away. Strong, never complained. A shout out to my grandma, Abuela Provi. Shout out to my grandmother, strong lady, city lady. She was catching the bus, the train in her 90s. Was it by saying, I'm old, this hurts, I'm old. You know, people are manifesting old. This is so, my lenses, I can't even see. People are manifesting old. What's up with that? Why you want to manifest old? You know what? There's no difference in somebody coming in the shop and saying, I'm old, than a person saying, I'm ugly. It's just a negative vibe. It's not a cool vibe. It's not a something that you want to manifest. And you know what? The people that say it, look it. The people that say it, look it. You know what? I have some clients that are literally like 2 years younger than me, or clients that come in that are not necessarily my clients, but they're walk-ins, or I maybe done them once or twice, and they're always saying that BS, and they're always saying, I'm old. Oh no, I'm so old. They even say so. They're like, I'm so old. And I'm like, how old are you? 37. How is 37? How? Please, can anybody comment below? Let me know, how is 37? How is 47? How is 57? You're in your 50s. You know what? Even 60-year-olds. You mean my mother? My mother's sharp. My mother is in good shape. My mother is good. She gets up. She does. You know what I mean? Like, she's not feeling sorry for herself and saying, I'm old, I'm this and that. Never. You know what I mean? I have aunts and uncles in their late 60s, 70s. They still go dancing. And this is a true story. Comment below. Hispanics, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, you see them on the dance floor. Those be the ones that don't sit down. Those are the men that are in their 60s and 70s. Those are the ones asking you to dance. I'm serious. Right hand, comment below. Comment below. All my Hispanics, comment below. Even older, oh my God, I thought that was a car accident. I'm like, what is going on? Take me off my track. This driving is challenging. I have fun talking, but it kind of takes me off my track. You know, my uncle had a dance club where I'm from over here, where I'm at. My uncle had a dance club for years. A Spanish hall dance club, big dance club. I don't want to say no names. But he had a big dance club. And people older in age and got down, dancing, celebrating, having fun, big bands, salsa dancing, bachata, merengue. You know what I mean? People, come on. Like, I feel like American people don't get down like that much. You know, no offense to anybody, but you're young. You know, I'm not gonna, you're saying you're old. Are you knitting tonight? What you knitting tonight? A sweater? Let me not say things like that, because people think that if they knit in their 30s, I'm saying that they're old. No, knitting might be but you know, the stereotypical, you know, older woman in a rocking chair with the balls of yarn and the 3 cats in the background. And, you know, that's the like stereotypical. Let me clarify, because I know that social media and stuff like that can get, but you know, I know what I'm trying to say. A lot of people with a conscience and a lot of people with a brain on top, they know what I'm trying to say. Where's your wheelchair? You say you're old at 30. Where are your orthopedic shoes? Where's your wheelchair? Because that's the goal. The goal is to get old. But are you old? 30s, 40s, even 50s, 60s? That's not old, people. Like, get out of here. Oh my God. Big public announcement. Big public announcement. That's not old age. Get out of here with that. Like, to me, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. I don't know how much more I can say. There's this lady came in, that I was saying about my aunts. And I was like, no, I never experienced that. I never thought my aunts were ancient. I never thought my aunts were old. I never thought my mom was old. Never. It never even crossed my mind. My father is in his 70s. My dad runs circles around me. My dad runs circles around me. This guy builds. When I call him, he's like on the bottom of a car. He goes traveling. He does things around the house. My dad is rock solid. And I know people are like, oh, genetics. No, I agree with you. Genetics has a lot to do with it. Genetics and health and all that. But speaking it out of your mouth into existence, watch some Steve Harvey. Watch some Steve Harvey. You know what Steve Harvey says on his motivational speaking? He says, don't say when it comes to dating, he says, don't say all men are dogs. Don't say all men are dogs, because you're going to attract every dog in the planet. You know what I mean? It's the power of the tongue. You can't go around, if you want to feel young, look young, do activities, this, that, and the other, it's all of a sudden it turned very gray. I wish I could turn this camera around for a second, because it turned very gray. I don't need the shades anymore. But the power of the mouth, the power of the tongue, the power of speaking it out into existence. If you continue to say, I'm old, this hurts. I've gotten people that I'm doing their nails and I'm telling them to turn their hand because of the way that they're sitting. And they're like, I have arthritis. Super young women in the 30s. I'm not discriminating against people that have arthritis because it's the actual thing. I have it. My hand has locked up before. I have arthritis, but I don't sit there and talk about it every 5 minutes or say, I'm old, which I'm not. You know, I'm not by far old. You know what? Sometimes I will say the reference like my mama's old, and I will never say that because she's not either. I don't know. The power of the mind, the power of the way you think, it's crazy. People literally look at, I get blown away. I'm like, what year did you graduate high school? Because sometimes you don't want to ask somebody's age, but I know how to get around that. I'm like, when did you graduate? When did you go to high school? What year did you graduate high school? That's how you know somebody's age. Between you and me. Between you and me, I'm like, when did you graduate high school? And from there, I could determine if it was around me, if it was around you. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, people. Stop saying that. It's been 12 minutes and 32. But it's crazy how people are saying that. I want people to comment below and let me know. You're not old. 40s, you're not old. 30s, definitely not old. So much to do, so much to live, so many goals, don't cut yourself short. I'm by far a motivational speaker because I need motivation in my life. I seek motivational speaking. Shout out Tony Robbins, Lester Brown. I love Lester Brown. Lester Brown is a good motivational speaker. And so is Steve Harvey. I do little Steve Harvey. And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of motivational speakers out there. But listen, people don't look good by saying that. Have you ever heard Jennifer Lopez just sit there in interviews and say, oh, I'm old. Never, because she's not. Halle Berry, I don't think I've ever heard, and I don't know, maybe people will surprise me and put like a little clip of them saying that they're old, but probably not in a regular basis. People need to cut that out of their mouth, cut that out of their tongue, and stop saying they're old. It doesn't exist. I'm gonna cut this off. I started another video earlier. It was about 10 minutes. I don't know if I included with this one's gonna be like 20 minutes because I was kind of stuck. I'm like, oh, what I talk about. I had to literally go to my notes and see what all the little topics that I have written down. So that's the topic for today. We're talking about age. You let me know below. Is old 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70? My dad is 70. I wish you could meet this guy. He is a lot of my uncles are amazing people. And you know what? I have never heard my dad saying, oh, I'm old. Never. So again, note to self, keep that in mind. Don't bring that up to existence. Matter of fact, say the opposite. Be like, I'm good, I'm young, I'm vibrant, I got so much to do in this earth, I have so many plans, this, that, and other. Speak yourself into existence. Speak good, positive thoughts into existence. Again, shout out to Tony Robbins. Again, Chelsea, hit that like button. You know who you are. And I'll let y'all go with that note. I think that's a beautiful topic. That's an awesome topic to focus on. And you know what? As people are commenting and stuff, like I would like to make like part 1, 2, 3, or 4 or whatever. 30s are not old. I've even gotten 20s. People in their 20s say they're old. I'm like, how? How are you old? I laugh inside. I'm like, did you just say that? And you know what? I tell people, I don't know if this is going to reach a couple people that I've done their nails, but they're going to tell you below. I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, don't say that, sweetheart. I'm like, you're not old. Or I get them to tell me that their parents say it all the time. And it's infectious. It's contagious. I don't want to hang around you. Meet the people I hang with. Meet the people I hang with. These girls are, what's up, Kim? Hit that like button. Angie, hit that like button. And I'm sorry I'm sending more shout outs to my clients, but I got an Angie, oh my God, a grandmother of 5. Beautiful. I think she's a grandmother of 6 now. Oh my God, this girl is beautiful. Full of energy, full of, oh my gosh, she is beautiful. Speaking into existence, guys, I'm here in the drive-thru getting a little bit of coffee. I'm not a coffee girl, but I'm getting coffee. All right, have a good one. Be positive, stay positive. This is Shay Nail Tales. Mwah.